Hey, so there's a new season of Family Guy that's out. I don't know if you know that. I like Family Guy. I like Family Guy since I was little, Salsador. That guy loved Family Guy. Brian Griffin, Giga Chad, okay? Like season 1 through 8 of Family Guy is genuinely some of the best TV I can remember. Some of the best laughs I've ever had watching media. But, I think over time we can agree there's been a decline in quality with Family Guy. Somewhere along the way, you could say, for a minute there, they lost themselves. And I'm not saying it's a bad show. It's a perfectly watchable show. I still get a laugh every now and then. I didn't think the specials were anything special, but it's really settled into what it is these last couple of years, for better or for worse. And with this new season, finally, it feels like they're trying something new. And you know what? We're going to talk about the fact that I feel like I need to censor Mark Twain's boobs right now. I'd be making that face too, guys, because what's going on here? This is the last episode of season 23. I was watching it, so I would autoplay to the first episode of season 24. And I'm watching Mark Twain get addicted to corn. And I'm like, are y'all so dry of ideas that this is what you come up with? And two, oh brother, this stinks! It wasn't funny. It wasn't a good story. The closest thing to a character arc was Brian plagiarizing Mark Twain's work because he's a bad writer. Thanks, Captain Obvious. And that being racist in modern day. Thanks, Captain Obvious! And I know I'm spending a good moment on this, but it's for a reason, okay? Because this was such a bad episode of television that the bar was so low for me going into season 24, okay? And I've seen mixed reception to people online. I've seen people complain that they didn't get the canon right and that it's been so long since Stewie even wanted to kill Laura, but yada, 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 yada. It's Family Guy, okay? I'm just grateful that they're trying to tell a character-driven story. The first 2 episodes are genuinely attempting to have the story, the episode, centered on a character and a story, at least with one relationship to another. That is such a level up in storytelling. Why are we not celebrating this? They're growing, guys. I enjoyed seeing Stewie and Lois bond and share a moment and grow and forget about it at the end. And that being funny. I watched that episode with Dadador. And Dadador laughed. He found it funny. You know why? Because it was centered in the characters and the relationship with the characters. It wasn't this plus this, the manatee joke from South Park. That wasn't where they were getting the humor from. It was actually from the dynamic of the characters. In the second episode of the season, where Bonnie's in the grocery store with Lois and she sniffs out like that Lois is the pumpkin spice thief. I'm like, God damn, this actually feels like a sitcom. This feels like real characters in the real world and how they would interact. And they're like, it's funny, but like, this makes sense for who each of these people are, and, like, I'm rocking with it. It feels like they have finally realized the importance of taking care of their characters and who their characters are and how they would act in this imaginary world. Because that's what gets people to come back for 24 seasons. Not cutaway jokes, not manatee humor, okay? Actual thoughtful story. Like, the individuality of who your characters are is why we like your story. And I think that's starting to click, and the rest of the season has yet to come out. I don't know if they're probably going to do one where they retell a movie and it's boring and I hate it. I've liked how seriously they've been taking the personality of everyone's characters, but Peter seems really like an afterthought. I kind of get the feeling that the writer room doesn't know who he is as a person. I'm interested to see if he gets an episode about his relationship with one of his kids down the line. The season has yet to finish. It could surprise me for the worst, but I'm happy to see them at least trying to make some change. The music secret, they've getting ambitious with the music, with the animation. Like they're experimenting with the show again instead of settling into whatever it was that got us corn addicted Mark Twain. So good for them, okay? Overall, I've enjoyed season 24 so far, and I am cautiously optimistic for what's to come. No Mark Twain. Hey, thanks for watching. I'm really trying to get more consistent with this YouTube stuff. I'm trying to get the 1v1 Legendary Series more consistent and get more videos of me talking about media I like going. So if you like the videos, can you hit some buttons? Let me know. I'm trying to get away from employment by doing this, so hitting the buttons would help. And if you like that, then if you like what you're seeing, then why wouldn't you hit the buttons anyway? Love you guys. Mwah.